Number 4 on my list, Starrcade, 1995. Sonny Ono came into WCW with a sort of like a takeover sort of storyline, saying that the country of Japan was a much better wrestling country than the United States, and just basically challenged them to a best-of-7 series. WCW got to show off some young talent. They ran a gimmick where basically they said they randomly selected and drawed these names, and that's why some guys come out. Honestly, you can't use the best of the best because some of these guys had to lose. As a kid, I remember watching this show and being really surprised that they had to go to 7. What a mark I was, not knowing that if they don't go to 7, not all the guys that they brought over there, got used. But then again, I had seen, baseball World Series and NBA Finals as ending sweeps. When, thinking about it, they could sell a lot of tickets if they just worked a few of those games and got them there. But stars like Jushin Liger came over from New Japan Pro Wrestling to take on guys like that. Like I said, they used a lot of guys that weren't really at the top of the card, but they used them like they were because you would think you would use the best of the best guys you have in order to fight these guys, thinking that there's an invasion story going on. But they used Chris Benoit, Alex Wright, Lex Luger, Johnny B. Bad, Eddie Guerrero, Randy Savage, and Sting. The one guy that honestly really stood out for me was this is the first time I saw Eddie Guerrero wrestle. I've said 1,000 times that I was never the biggest Eddie Guerrero fan, but this is honestly the first time I'd ever seen him, and it really caught my attention that they would use this guy that they were calling a rookie in a match like this, and he felt really bad that he lost this match. He had one of the longest matches, and he lost to a guy, he just really took it like he felt like he let down WCW because it put them at a point where New Japan was up in the series, 3-2, where Savage and Sting had to come out and really pull it out. In the end, Sting got the win, and WCW won the whole tournament deal, and they got to keep Nitro or whatever the heck the whole tournament was for. I have no idea. But then just to make this a WCW sort of event and make sure that everybody would buy this show and make Cinema happy. Right after that whole deal is over, there's a triangle match to be the #1 contendership of the World Heavyweight Championship. Ric Flair, who didn't wrestle in the tournament, who I'm not 100% sure, if you go back and say, I think he turned down his shot because he was a heel. It would make him hated, and he didn't want to help out WCW, and it would make him, sort of favored in this whole deal. Lex Luger and Sting, who both wrestled in this match, they were both in the tournament, so they'd already had one match under their belt, making them easy pickings. Basically, Ric Flair won this triangle match by countout, putting him in the finals against Randy Savage, who had also wrestled in the tournament as well. So it was sort of like, at this point, at least Savage had time to catch his breath from his match. But Flair, coming right out of one match, going into another. Of course, Arn Anderson came out, hit him with the brass knucks. Boom, and it was over. But this is a fucking awesome pay-per-view. Why it didn't make me expand my horizons and check out more stuff from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know. I think I was just a WCW mark watching what was over on my TV at the same time. But